have been here for 6 months now as superintendent of schools. I have traveled from school to school. I have looked at the conditions that students have, the conditions by which students are compelled to go to our public schools in the district. I have tried on the local level, the state level, and I also sent a portfolio of our business to give a virtual tour to our state congresswoman in Washington, D.C. I needed to inform people about the conditions by which children here in St. Helena Parish are going to school. I can better sum it up by saying it looks like a third world country in terms of the schools that our children have to be educated in. After going through everything that I had already gone through to bring attention to these conditions, the last result that I thought I had was to get to the president, and I got the number of Dr. Byron Clay, president of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, and because I wanted to be networked to the president, because I felt that the president needed to understand what was happening in the United States, but most especially in this rural, poor parish. And after I contacted Dr. Clay, and his calmness calmed me down, and here we have Dr. Clay in our school district to tour our facilities firsthand.
So the poverty tour, the schools that we took today, 3 different schools, there was a cry out.
Yes, it was.
And how long have you been the superintendent in this district?
I have been superintendent for 6 months in this district, and from the time that I walked into the school district, it has been non-stop, because I knew that it wasn't right for children to have to be reduced to going to schools in buildings that we have here in the parish.
Sewage line or whatever that.
Yes, ma'am.
And the big holes there with snakes sometimes come out, and I heard you said sometimes that there's snakes in the restroom.
Yes, ma'am. Snakes have went through the back door in the restrooms. We are checking bids now to replace doors to the restrooms where we can lock them, and no snakes can go in there. We have been written up with the fire marshal because of these doors issues and the wire issues. We have wires just hanging from the ceilings, like he stated, Mr. Hall. But we are in the process of fixing them. See, it takes so much to fix all these buildings where they didn't fix nothing. They said, well, it takes too much money. So me and Dr. Slan are breaking it down in stages, taking a little money here and there to fix it, whatever it takes, because the safety is for the kids. If we don't make them feel safe, make them feel like they're at home, they're not going to have pride, they're not going to be here. They'd rather just miss school or stay home.
Every building that I visited today, there was no safety. There was a lot of things that certainly wouldn't pass code.
No, ma'am.
So we saw a lot of loose wires today. So there's something else that you said.
That the Southern Christian Leadership Conference is committed to getting the St. Helena Parish school system the help and resources that they need. It is our determination to expose the graphic and dilapidated and horrible conditions that we witnessed today at the 3 schools that we visited. It is totally and absolutely unacceptable to force our children into an environment or an atmosphere that is unsafe, insanitary, and an atmosphere that don't allow them to, the ability to really learn. I witnessed for myself the leaking and falling roofs, the cracked walls. I witnessed the wooden floors. I witnessed the broken toilets and the broken sinks, and all of those conditions that I saw today just powerfully moved my heart. So Probably one of the most striking and emotionally shocking experiences today is to look at those little elementary children play out on a dusty playground in the back of the school, and to witness this big open hole that is very, very dangerous, a site where snakes is accessible and probably pretty prevalent, and to hear stories from members of the faculty and some of the students talk about the snakes that have got into the restrooms and into the classrooms. Now that's really shocking. That is unacceptable in America, and we will not tolerate it. Our government is the richest in the world, and we're going to take this message all the way to Washington, D.C. and to get some help for the St. Helena Parish school system and this community. And finally, may I say that in the spirit of Martin Luther King Jr., who trembled and who was shaken by the poverty conditions that he witnessed, as I witnessed today, took the initiative to do something. You got basically 5 kinds of people. You got those who want things to happen. You got those who watch things happen. You got those who wait for things to happen. You got those who wonder what's going to happen. And you got those who make things happen. And so the Southern Christian Leadership Conference joined hands with the Gathering of Hearts and the Superintendent and the leaders of this community and the citizens of this community to demand that something happen for this community and that it happen soon.